We're heading into the water boil, and typically most lumberjack competitions end with the hot saw and end with the water boil. Here we are, the sun is setting in Truro, Nova Scotia, and it's gonna be an intense battle here. We got a lot of experienced competitors here in the water boil, and a lot of guys who have won events before. And Rod, well, you're one of the experts. I know you trained the Cumberland boys. What do you got to say about that?
Well, it's going to be a great race here because we know we have Mario Bork teamed up with Scott Reed. We see them right here. They're a great kettle boil pair when it comes to this event. They'll be taking on the likes of Marcel Dupuis, Paul Woodland, the Cumberland boys, and again, in a doubles boil, things happen a whole lot faster. So rather than seeing a 3-minute time, we're going to see something between just over 2 minutes.
Well, basically, you've got 4 hands working instead of 2 hands in the doubles event. And right away, I mean, within 5 seconds, we got the match lit here by Paul Woodland working with Marcel Dupuis. Marcel Dupuis is a fireman. He knows all about fires and the way they work, basically. Mario and Scott have done this many times over and won a lot of times. I see they got a bed of rocks underneath their shavings there. What's the deal with that?
Well, they're actually boiling here on asphalt, so you don't really need that, but sometimes it's nice to have those rocks here actually to get your matches started. So there's not a lot here on the pavement to get things going with your matches, so having those rocks here gives you some place to start. A lot of these guys, of course, have the fires going fairly quickly. You see Paul and them putting some big sticks across. Now, if the wood's really dry, it changes how you build your fire. If the wood's really dry, rather than putting little small pencils underneath your kettle that'll burn through a lot quicker, you want to have bigger sticks like Paul and Marcel are doing here, and I think that's going to pay off for them in the long run because their kettle won't boil through or burn through and actually fall down into the shavings.
Now, Ryan McIntyre and Dave Patrick, they were getting some real small pencils. They could be in jeopardy of actually burning the base out because the real small ones, they're going to burn out. You see Paul and Marcel, they're building all the way around the can.
And Paul, you see here, Ben and Nathan's fire also have big sticks underneath. That's a smart move on their behalf. But the guys are almost built up around the outside of the can now. So this is going to come down to the blowing on the can to see who gets this thing done in record time.
And certainly one of the keys, Rod, you've talked about it over the years, is being able to identify the dryness of the wood. Or is it damp wood, is it dry wood? And of course, if it's dry wood, you talked about it, you get bigger faster.
That's right, it changes the strategy. The other thing here today, of course, we have a lot of wind. So the competitors need to actually play with that, make sure if there's wind coming, you see this fire here blowing right to the other side of the can, they want to put their uprights or their shakes on the side that the wind's coming from to pull that flame back and around the kettle, keep the heat contained so that it actually goes into boiling the kettle.
Well, it's not necessarily a good thing to be able to see a lot of yellow flame escaping, trying to contain it as much as possible. The Cumberland boys have got a great fire here, but they've got a lot of heat escaping. A lot of fire is all over the place.
Does 2 things, Bill. Number 1, you can't get close to blow on it. Number 2, of course, you're not containing the heat in tight. See, the guys don't even know what to do. They got to stay way back because they can't get close to blow on it.
Could cost them a couple of seconds in the end. Here's the team of McIntyre and Armsworthy. They got a good contained fire, but they may not have got there fast enough.
Well, the problem right now is, of course, Bill, there's a lot of heat here. Some of the guys can't get close enough to it. Sometimes you got to sit back and actually just let it burn.
It's going to be a photo finish here. All 3 teams are, and there it is, Woodland and Dupuis. Bang, bang, bang. Reed and Burke, Cumberland. 1, 2, 3 finish.
Wow, what a great race here in the kettle boil, right down to the wire.